I got it. Ladies and gentlemen, oh my lord, what a start. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 18th edition of Brat Said That. That is right. Brat Said That is now legal. I'm your host, BratJackson. Don't mind the hair. I didn't put on a hat today. I was like, hey, my hair is getting nice and long. Maybe it's time for a haircut. But I figured, you know what? No. We're going to do it big tonight because tonight is a double dose of Brat. That is right. Tonight is Survivor Series. In about an hour and a half, 2 hours, I am having friends and family come over. We're going to be a good house guest. We're going to watch Survivor Series. We got Doritos. We got Coke Zero. We got Doritos. What? We got Coke Zero. What? We got Dr. Pepper. What? We got pizza rolls. What? It's going to be a great time. And right after Survivor Series, I'm going to come back on and talk about it. So, we're going to have a great day. We're going to have a great night. I should go put on a hat, but it is fine. I hope everybody had a great weekend. First off, let's make sure I am live, as we do every time I'm on. Oh, I was going to come on Thanksgiving, but I was full. We had a great feast. I'll tell you some Thanksgiving stories in a second. Then I was gonna come on last night for a little Brat Friday edition, but I was like, you know what? It's like 6 o'clock already. Let me just relax. Let me just hang out. A little different setup. I have a desk now. Well, I've always had a desk, but it is now positioned in the room instead of a grandma's table. Which, if you don't know what a grandma's table is, it's those little tables that you pull out to eat. Little square things. We call grandma tables because my grandma had it. But before we start off, I am live. We need to open up with the championship cup. I hope everybody had a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Oh my lord. I'm telling you, man, I know Thanksgiving is all about the turkey, but I'm a ham guy. I am a ham bone, and if you give me ham, I'm gonna eat it. Oh, and I destroyed that apple pie. Like I was Jason Biggs in American Pie, you know what I mean? So this is kind of a little different, little side here, little side profile. Got my good side here. I'm watching Survivor Series 2017 when they had Raw versus SmackDown. So I'm currently alone. My babies are out. Rolly and Penny and my babe, they're out. They family house enjoying a Saturday. They will be back later. Rolly, let me tell you a story about Rolly, my boy. Rolly doesn't know that screen doors mean you can't go through them. Okay, twice when we were at Babe's parents' house, the screen door was locked, closed, and Rolly was like, "Hey man, I gotta go in the backyard," and he went, "Bomb." Yeah, Rolly, don't do that. But Rolly's a good boy. We introduced him last show. He is ours now. He is still a little skittish, still totally affectionate to the babe. To the girlfriend, that's her dog. I thought maybe, she took Penny from me. She took my dog from me. It's okay. We're gonna get started. Just hope everybody had a great, happy Thanksgiving. Hope everybody had a safe Black Friday. I want to talk about Black Friday before I get started with the sports. Black Friday isn't what Black Friday used to be. Now, I remember back in the day, about 10, 15 years ago, we would camp out. I went to Walmart to get a friend's mother a TV one year, and we were literally waiting on, the paint aisle to get the TVs. And there was a massive amount of people. Now it's Black Friday deals start every, right after Halloween. It's not the same. Sales are just not, you used to get like a 50-inch TV for like $45. Now it's like, save $20 on a TV. It's not the same, but one thing that is the same, it is November and it is Survivor Series. Oh, I'm so excited. Survivor Series tonight. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about Survivor Series. We're going to give our predictions. We're going to just have a great show. Not going to go on for an hour because I still got a lot of cleaning to do before everybody gets here. I was stuck playing chess. I guess we could talk about chess, because that's kind of like a sport kind of thing. I've been in chess. I'm not very good at chess, but, you know, my elo's like 500 something, which is okay, you know. I'm playing like Duolingo chess, so I don't know if I'm actually facing people or just bots, but they're cool. I like it, but maybe one day we'll have Magnus Carlsen on the show. If you know who Magnus Carlsen is, go look him up. He's one of the greatest chess players of all time. And he's got such like a great like pro wrestler like swag to him, you know? Like the dude shows up like late to games, and he's so cocky, and he beats in like 2 or 3 moves, and he moves out. He's a, you know, Magnus Carlsen's pretty cool. But you know what else is cool? SmackDown on Friday last night. We're gonna talk about it because the last time is now, people. The last time is soon. And man, I don't want it to happen. I don't want it to be here, but it's almost here. Just 3 more weeks, 2 more appearances for John Cena. But who is he gonna face in his last match? The semifinals, Jey Uso versus LA Knight. Sheamus got hurt. The Miz, a little bit of Miz foolery, if you can say. Switched his name, got into the tournament again. Lost. And then you got Solo Sikoa versus Gunther in the semifinals. I don't think the people want to see Jey Uso as the last man to face John Cena. You also got to think, these semifinal matches are happening Monday. Jey Uso's going into Survivor Series War Games tonight. So if you have Jey Uso going there, and then he beats LA Knight clean on Monday, it kind of makes LA Knight look like not very good. So, you know, who knows? Solo Sikoa versus Cena, I like. Gunther versus Cena, I mean, we just saw Gunther and Goldberg. Jey and John Cena, I mean, I get it if you really want Jey to be the face of the company now, but I don't know. And then LA Knight, yeah. So either way, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Sorry, I have to check something because I just saw something on Facebook. I was watching. We're gonna talk about it in a second. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, never mind. Let's not spoil what I looked up. But who's gonna face John Cena's last match? We got so much answers. I can't wait. We're going to have a whole John Cena show coming up, talking about John Cena, talking about his accomplishments. Charlotte defeated Asuka to give the women an advantage. Now, usually when, like, the good girls, good guys win an advantage, something always happens. Somebody usually gets hurt or doesn't show up, and, like, the heels always get the advantage at the end. So, we'll see. I'm excited. And then, for some reason, like I said, Brat once again said this. MFT defeated Team Sammy in a Survivor Series match on SmackDown. Just have the match on Survivor Series. It was a Survivor Series match. Why not have it on the show? It's okay. There's 4 matches on the card. You can fit time. Plus, that is 10 people to get a PLE payday. I don't know what that means anymore because of the network and ESPN. But why have Survivor? They do this stuff all the time. They have like Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royals on the SmackDown before WrestleMania. WrestleMania is 2 nights. You can fit that, especially since it's been going on for the last 11 years. But we'll talk more about WrestleMania when it gets here. But good for MFT. Solo Sikoa, last survivor standing. Then Wyatt Six comes out. I love the Wyatt Six. Bray, rest in peace. Bo, you're doing a great job taking over or passing the torch. You know, I don't want to say taking over, but, being in that position. We'll preview Survivor Series, talking about matches, predictions. Oh, predictions tonight. Let's give the predictions. Thank you, Chad Le Gepette, my co-producer. He didn't celebrate Thanksgiving because I don't think they celebrate Thanksgiving in France. I could be wrong. Let me ask him. Do they celebrate Thanksgiving in France? No, they don't. So, Chad Le Gepette, hope you had a good Thursday. But yeah, Survivor Series is here. We're going to talk about it. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, the Usos, Jay and Jimmy, and Roman Reigns, Tribal Chief, versus The Vision, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, and once somebody picks up Brock Lesnar in the men's War Games. I want to see, and I've been talking about this for a while, I can't wait to see, as long as he doesn't stumble his way in, Brock Lesnar in War Games. I just see him throwing everybody around. Cody, boom. Punk, boom. Uso, boom, boom. Roman facing off against Brock. It's going to be a great night. I don't, my excited count is like the phenomenal count. I'm so phenomenally excited for the show tonight. Then you got the women, Rhea, Io, Alexa, Charlotte, and AJ. I can't wait to see AJ Lee in War Games versus Nia Jax, Lash Legend. Congrats to her. And who was it? It wasn't Carmelo Hayes. Trick Williams. They got engaged. The Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, and Becky Lynch in the Women's War Games match. I hear that's going to be the main event. Hey, sometimes these women matches are better than the men's. That's true. I really want to see, like, Nia Jax, like, be dominant in this match. She's the biggest one in the ring. It'd be cool if, like, a big slash to AJ or something. Just, it's going to be massive. First call for the show, folks. Excuse me. Oh, that was good. That was good. I needed that. Oh, that was good. Then you got, I still want to talk about the women's. Who's going to do the moonsault off the top? Charlotte or do we got Kairi Sane, who does it every year? Kairi Sane, Io Sky. Io Sky has been in every War Games for the last 5 years, even in NXT. So she is War Games through and through, but she always does like that moonsault off the top rope with the trash can. So we'll see what happens. Bronson Reed, don't do any big splashes off War Games. He broke both the ankles last year. Don't do that. Then we got the man of the hour, John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio. Dom's winning the title back. He's going to regain his Intercontinental Championship. I don't know how. Definitely outside interference. Definitely dirty Dom tactics. That'd be cool if, like, Dominic has, like, El Grande Americano and, like, just get, like, 15 or 16 Americanos. Like, Americano Bravo and Alpha and, Laundromat or whatever they're called. And just get them. And cause John Cena to lose. We talked about Rob. Shout out to Psycho. He played a little John Cena, but I just want to give him a shout out. Definitely check it out. And then you got Stephanie Vasquez versus Nikki Bella. I don't see Nikki winning. I would like to see Nikki winning, but Stephanie Vasquez isn't now. She is a champion. She is going to retain the championship. But Survivor Series tonight, ESPN, Premium Press, Platinum, 5-star. I don't know, excuse me. When I talk about ESPN and their prices, I get very gassy. But that is Survivor Series. I will give you my predictions. I want to say for the men's Survivor Series, I don't know. That's up in the air, guys. Let me know what you think. But I think the Vision might come back. I mean, the Vision might win. Seth Rollins might come back. That'd be nice, seeing a nice comeback. We've seen comebacks happen in Survivor Series. CM Punk. But I think Brock and Drew and Logan and the Vision are gonna win. I think Rhea, Io, Alexa, Charlotte, and AJ is gonna win. Dominic's gonna win, and Stephanie's gonna win. So that is my predictions. That's my boom, 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 boom. 4 predictions of the show. I'm excited. I know I said it 15,000 times, but we're having people over. They're bringing their dogs, so Rolly and Penny, and now we got their dog Turbo. I'm so excited. We will move on to AEW, so go watch Survivor Series. I'll be back on, once I'm a good host and, okay, guys, you gotta go, bye. Then I'll hop back on. But it might not be a live fight. I might have to record this, put on my YouTube, so kind of get, check it out on my YouTube so you can engage more in my YouTube. But AEW, we've been talking about the Women's AEW Tag Team Championships. Babes of Wrath are in the finals. It's either going to be the Timeless Love Bombs, Toni Storm and Mina Scarakara, versus Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir. Those two teams are going to battle in a hardcore holiday death match. Hey, death matches on Christmas. That's what Santa wanted. And we're going to get into a great finals. Babe of Wrath, Harley Cameron, Willow Nightingale. New championships, new titles. Gonna be good. That tournament's been happening for the last few months. It is finally ending. Then a little outside of AEW, Claudio Castagnoli defeated Gran Guerrero to become the new CMLL World Heavyweight Champion. So shout out to Claudio. He's one of those people that have definitely made a life, or he's a life continued outside of WWE. He showed you don't have to be in the biggest wrestling company to still succeed, to still show, to still be one of the top wrestlers of all time. See that? Stephanie McMahon's talking in the background. She's talking to Kurt Angle. Let me tell you something. I'll tell you a little story about Stephanie McMahon. Growing up, little Bratty J over here. I didn't have a crush on Trish Stratus or Lita or Molly Holly or Victoria. No, it was Stephanie McMahon that I was like, I have her poster on my wall. That is the one. The $1 Billion Princess had 15-year-old Bratty J's heart. So shout out to Stephanie McMahon. Still aging like fine wine, if I can add that. Don't hurt me, Hunter, please. That was a fake cough. All right, so we talked about, like I said, we're going to kind of have a speed run show today. We're not going to go for an hour, but we're gonna talk about it. We're going to talk about some stuff. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to kind of zoom this show. So yeah, there's AEW. Not much else has happened. SmackDown, Survivor Series, AEW. We will talk about UFC, MMA. Dana White, the bald goof, announces some big matches already. Some big fights happening in January 2026. For the interim lightweight championship, Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. Wow, I thought Ilia Topuria was going to defend against Paddy, but no. It's Justin Gaethje versus Paddy. What a fight. Oh, my Lord. I'm looking forward to this January 24th. So this is only less than 2 months away. 2026 is banging. Is opening with a bang. I'm telling you, those two fight. Man, remember what I say. Whoever I pick, choose the opposite, because I don't. But I'm horrible when it comes to betting. But my heart wants Justin Gaethje to win. But I can see Paddy Pimblett winning. Either way, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to be like, wow, this fight is awesome. So, the winner gets Ilia Topuria. I want to see Paddy versus Ilia more because they have a little history. They don't like each other. They had a little face-off back in the day. But Paddy is undefeated in the UFC. Big European prospect coming over, dominating. I'm not going to compare the two, but I see Paddy's probably what Conor should have been. Conor came to UFC, dominant wins. Marcus Brimage, Dennis Seaver. Then you got others. And then, his win over Jose Aldo, 13 seconds. His win over Eddie Alvarez, a master class on how to beat somebody. But then, he got a little too busy for his britches. Hasn't fought, will not fight again. He's not going to fight again, folks. I know they say this whole White House card's coming in June. I'm telling you right now, November 29, 2025, that White House card is not happening. Okay? You can't put on a fight at the White House. It is the White House. Stop it. It's good to talk about, it's good to promote, it's good to have in reality, but security logistics, being the most secure building in America, yeah, you're not gonna have thousands of people there on fights. We're gonna have fights in the front yard. Like, stop it, just stop it. No, America. But hey, whatever. It's in June, or it's not in June. It's not going to happen. Then they also announced a fight that I thought was going to happen, that everybody wants to see happen. Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. Amanda Nunes is back. Amanda Nunes is the greatest women's fighter of all time. She's actually one of the greatest fighters of all time, no matter of your gender. Kayla, why did I say Kayla? Kayla Harrison, you know, she's I think she's an Olympic medalist. She's a champion now. These two are going to go at it. I see Amanda Nunes retaining her championship over Kayla Harrison. That's going to be a great fight, too. Then you got Sean O'Malley, Sugar Sean O'Malley. I don't think he's fought since he's lost the title. Let me go check his record, because I know Sugar Sean, everybody's high on him. He beat Aljo. Then he lost to Merab twice. Oh, no. He lost to Merab twice. He lost, you know. But this is his first non-Merab fight since September of last year. He's facing Song Yadong. Watch out for Song Yadong, because A, it's a great name to say out loud. And 2, he is with the, I think he's still with, whoa, come on. Where? Song Yadong. Yadong? Yeah, right here. Song Yadong. What a great... I just want to keep saying that. Song Yadong, Song Yadong, Song Yadong, Song Yadong. What is he? He's with the Alpha Male, right? He's with... Well, anyway, regardless of who he's with, that fight's going to be great. Sugar Sean, you know, he is former champion, Song Yadong. He is coming up... Yeah, Alpha Male Team 2017. So, hey, if this is a big win for Sean O'Malley to get back in the title contention. Then you got Wardo Cortez Acosta, who's fought 2 times this month, versus Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis's last fight, 30 seconds. I see Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis is awesome. He's funny. He's hilarious. He's got the most knockouts in UFC history. So that fight's not going to go to a decision. Then you got Arnold Allen, featherweight, versus Gene Silva. That's going to be a great fight. 2 up-and-comers. Gene Silva kind of lost his last fight. Arnold Allen, I feel he's... I can look at his record. I don't have records here. I just, looked at, I just looked at, the fight card and see what's happening. Let's see. Yeah, he's doing great. He's 20-3. Lost back-to-back with Max Holloway and, oh, God, Mozart Avalot. Stop it. But he hasn't fought in over a year and a half. Oh, my Lord. So this is, you know, it's going to be a big layoff for Arnold Allen. Gene Silva just lost in September against a guy we're going to talk about soon, Diego Lopez. But then you got women's flyweight, Alexa Grasso, former champion, versus Rose Namajunas, former champion. That's going to be a great fight for the lighter flyweights. And then bantamweight, you got Umar Nurmagomedov versus Devinson Figueiredo. Be proud of me how I pronounce those. Great bantamweight fight. I can see Devinson obviously winning this fight and moving on to facing Merab. If Merab and when Merab gets past Peter Yan. And then just the next week after that fight card, there's going to be a Sydney fight card in Sydney, which is on Australia, which is that way. Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez too. Kind of surprised. Diego Lopez just lost to Volkanovski. It wasn't really a really clean fight per se. I'm surprised they're already having him come in doing a rematch. But like I said, I don't book this stuff. But yeah, just lost in April, defeated Gene Silva in September, gets another title shot. I mean, that featherweight, I felt like that division is much deeper, you know? But hey, sometimes in the history of UFC, you can win 13 fights in a row, Tony Ferguson, and not get a title shot. Or you can get a title shot coming after one win, Colby Covington. So, we'll see what happens. Big, huge fights happening in January 2026. Coming off with a bang. I'm excited about everything. Oh, there's an exciting count. Oh, I got a thumbs up. Somebody gave me a thumbs up. Thank you. Here's a little thumbs up right back to you. Then, that's really it with the MMA, UFC. There's no UFC fights today. We're going to talk about the Merab fight coming up. What is it? 3:33, 3:20. I don't know how many UFC fights there's been. Let me tell you something. I can name. You pick like a random UFC from like UFC 55 to like 207, and I can tell you who fought, when fought, what fought. Okay? But if you tell me like what was UFC 306, I can't tell you that. I have not a clue. I can tell you UFC 195, Condit versus Lawler. UFC 138, that was Lima versus Muniz. First time there was ever a 5-round main event. That was back in 2011. I can't tell you what fights happened this year. Oh my Lord, speaking about that, I'm not prepared to, but okay. So, I'm definitely gonna record a next episode. Survivor Series, we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna record my review. And then I want to announce the awards. Actually, I can do that right now. So, I'm going to announce the awards. Sorry. I heard Shane McMahon, and I was like, what is going on back there? I'm going to announce the nominees, or the categories, of the first ever Brat Said That Awards. And I think I did. But I started doing some. Okay? So, first ever Brat Said That Year-End Awards. Team of the Year, Athlete of the Year, Coach of the Year, Game of the Year, and the Upset of the Year. That is the sports category. There you go. And then we have wrestling, pro wrestling, Men's Wrestler of the Year, Women's Wrestler of the Year, Match of the Year, Show of the Year, Promotion of the Year. Then we got Combat, which is Men's Fight of the Year, Women's Fight of the Year, Knockout of the Year, Submission of the Year, and Event of the Year. And then Miscellaneous, the Bratwurst Award of the Year. And then I haven't got in the other nominees. I think it's going to be like Movie of the Year. And something else of the year. Comedian of the Year, because I'm dabbling comedy, which I did a show Wednesday or Tuesday. It was great. It was at this little Mexican restaurant. Yes, first entry-level comedy here. It was great. Shout out to Chris and Robert and I forgot her name, but shout out to them. That was great. I won 8 minutes. Hey, 8 minutes is good, man. You can do 8 minutes. That's a good solid 8 minutes. Good for you. And then we played this game. It's called Loteria. It's like lottery, but in Spanish, and it was cool because you get little beans, and like they were like, "Oh, El Diablo," and they had like you get like pictures, and I didn't win. I was down to 1, and then these table next to me won the $50. I want to win the $50, but anyway, I'm gonna figure that out. Get the games of the year. Get everything going. I'm excited. I can tell you guys who I got: team, athlete, coach, and game ready. Okay? Team of the year: Los Angeles Dodgers of the Major League Baseball, Florida Panthers of the National Hockey League, Oklahoma City Thunder of the NBA, Philadelphia Eagles of the NFL and the Las Vegas Aces of the WNBA. As you can see, it was the current champions of those leagues. Athlete of the Year, Shohei Ohtani, MLB, Caitlin Clark, WNBA, Max Verstappen, F1, Josh Allen, NFL, Connor McDavid, NHL, Coach of the Year, Paul Maurice, Florida Panthers in the NHL, Dave Roberts, Los Angeles Dodgers of MLB, Mark Daigneault, Oklahoma City for the NBA Thunder, Andy Reid, NFL, Kansas City Chiefs, and Dawn Staley, NCAA Women's South Carolina Trojans. Game of the Year, Ohio State Buckeyes versus Notre Dame Fighting Irish, January 20th, 2025. Florida Gators versus Houston Cougars, April 7th, 2025. Indiana Pacers versus New York Knicks, May 21st, 2025. Edmonton Oilers versus Florida Panthers, Game 4, June 12th, 2025. Kansas City Chiefs versus Los Angeles Chargers, first ever game in South America, September 5th, 2025. And I think it's going to win this. Los Angeles Dodgers versus Toronto Blue Jays, Game 7, November 1st. So that's what I have so far. It's a slow connection. Let me make sure I'm still chatting about it. But that's the awards. Those are the nominees. I'm going to have them all full by the next show for sure. Let me just make sure. I don't see. I'm live. Okay, wait.
Of the year.
Okay, I hear myself. Calm down there, Jiggles. All right. But that's it. That's just a little, nice awards. I love awards, Emmys, Academy Awards, AVNs. So, awards are cool, man. But NFL Week 13, we've had some games going on already. Who can forget the what holiday is it? Thanksgiving games every year. Oh, there comes Randy Orton. Second Survivor Series, Randy Orton's missing. Let's see, Week 13, Packers defeated the Lions. Cowboys defeated the Chiefs. Chiefs are 6-6. Now, I always think that they're going to squeeze their way into the playoffs, but 6-6 in that division, I don't know. Bengals defeat the Ravens, and with the upset, but not an upset, the Bears defeat the Eagles. Bears are 9-3. Chicago. Wow. Seth Rollins must be loving football right now. So, tomorrow is football. The Raiders are facing the Chargers. Chad Le Gepette, he's got all his picks on Instagram. Go check it out. Giants facing the Patriots in like a Super Bowl rematch from many, many years ago. 49ers and Browns, Rams and Panthers. Just check it out. Not really any games that I'm so excited to watch. But some teams are going to start, like the Giants, get eliminated. I don't think there's any playoff clinching games just yet. But we're coming down to nitty-gritty, folks. NFL is here. NFL is ready. MLB, we'll talk a little bit about MLB. I know it's the off-season, so not much has happened. But hey, Marcus Semien was traded to the New York Mets this week in a deal that sent Brandon Nimmo and cash to the Texas Rangers. Semien, despite being 35, remains elite defensively and says he hopes to bring offense and veteran leadership to the Mets clubhouse because they need it. Then you got Sonny Gray, who was traded from the St. Louis Cardinals to the Boston Red Sox. Boston's got to bounce back. They got an early elimination this year in the playoffs. Dylan Cease used to play for the White Sox. He's now signed a huge $210 million deal with the Toronto Blue Jays. Gotta definitely help the Blue Jays. They might, again, go deep in the postseason once again. We're start to heat up. These cold months in December, before we know it, pitchers and catchers are going to report in March, and we're going to get our baseball back. I can't wait. It was great to start the show during the postseason because there was a lot of games on, a lot to talk about. But, we're going to talk about trades, blockbuster trades, announcements, free agencies. Maybe we'll talk about a list of free agents that are available. But we're not going to do that in this show. We're going to move on to the NBA because just like last time for the NHL, I gave them all grades. Professor Brat was giving out grades. We're going to do the same for the NBA. The NBA. So, if this is your team, they're doing good. Oklahoma City Thunder, best record in basketball, A+. Detroit Pistons, nobody expected this, A. Lakers, elite, A. Houston Rockets, A-. Toronto Raptors, A-. San Antonio Spurs, B+. Denver Nuggets, B+. Miami Heat, B+. The New York Knicks, B+. Atlanta Hawks, a B. Cleveland Cavaliers, B. Phoenix Suns, B. Orlando Magic, B+. Minnesota Timberwolves, B. Philadelphia 76ers, C+. Boston Celtics, C+. Warriors, C+. Bulls, C. Portland Trailblazers, C. Memphis Grizzlies, D+. Milwaukee Bucks, D. Utah Jazz, D+. Los Angeles Clippers, D. Charlotte Hornets, D. Sacramento Kings, D. Now the F tier, the disaster zone. And you heard one team I didn't name yet, the Dallas Mavericks. F. Big fat F. Wow. Brooklyn Nets, F. Indiana Pacers, F. New Orleans Pelicans, F. And the Washington Wizards, F, 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 F. Not a good sign for those teams. But the basketball season is still underway. Teams can change. 82 games. So, anything can happen. Hockey, we're not going to talk about hockey much because, like I said, it's just, not much has happened. And this is not really a hockey show. I love hockey. Don't get me wrong. Hockey. But, I don't know too much, But there's one thing I do want to talk about today. Just happened. NCAA football, one of the biggest rivalries in sports. Ohio State got the win over Michigan. I don't care for, I don't have any, stake in these games. I'm, close family friend is a big Michigan fan. This was a big win, or big game for them. Michigan didn't show up. 27-9. Ohio State still 12-0. Michigan 9-3. Probably get you like a bowl game. But dang. First time since Michigan lost to Ohio State in, I think they said 6 years. But there you go. I was looking forward to this game. I didn't watch it, but I had it on back while I was somewhat cleaning. But hey, Michigan, better luck next time. I don't really, I like college football, but I don't really get the playoffs. So Ohio State might go back-to-back. They might win again. Tough for Michigan. Good for Ohio State. One thing we haven't talked about yet, NCAA basketball. Doing this show, I've kind of lost favorites, I always grew up as a Duke fan, but I really don't care too much to say I have a team. But hey, we can talk about NCAA. Arizona's doing pretty good. BYU, Vanderbilt, UConn. So that is heating up. March Madness. This show is gonna have a lot of fun. We'll give our March Madness predictions when it happens in March, obviously. But good. It is. If you're a fan of sports in the college era, then this is the time for you. College football, college basketball. So I'm trying to find the top 25 because I think basketball does that too. But I know Duke is great because, you know, we have Cooper Flag and everything. But, yeah, I don't really know too much about, like, I'm trying to find the standings. Top. Oh. What is this? What am I doing here? Come on, I need a new computer. I really do. Alright, so here's the rankings. Purdue's number 1, Arizona number 2, Houston number 3, Duke number 4, UConn number 5. Then you got like Alabama at 8, Michigan State 11, Illinois 13, UNC. I don't like UNC, I'll tell you that. I don't have a favorite, but I don't like the University of North Carolina. And then, you know, Vanderbilt 24. So there you go. Enjoy your basketball. So MLS playoffs. We've talked about the Major League Soccer. They do single elimination. I did not know that. I did not know that they did single elimination. Not best at. They do best out of 3 in like the first round, and then it's single elimination. We got the. I should be more prepared, but I don't do preparedness. This is just me sitting in a room with a camera facing me and a microphone that's not attached. It's just lit up. Conference Finals, New York City versus Inter Miami. I know Messi's on Inter Miami. And then you got San Diego FC versus Vancouver Whitecaps. So, one of those 4 teams is going to be the MLS champion of the year. New York City, I'm from New York, Long Island. I've said this thousands of times. So I'm going to go with them. So go New York City. And then San Diego, hey, Vancouver is a place I've always wanted to go. So New York City versus Vancouver. Finals predictions? Sure, go ahead. Other than that, guys, that's like a quick wrap-up. You know, like I said, I'm going to be on later tonight. We're going to have another dose of Brat. I didn't want to talk about it last time. I talked about Stranger Things coming back. I watched it. I loved it. A lot of build-up. You know, four episodes in. Vecna is just as powerful as ever, man. You know, I'm not going to spoil anything. But yeah, Vecna's still alive. Spoilers. Max still in a coma. Dustin's got a little bit of the Eddie Munson attitude to him. Lucas, you know, still trying to protect his best friends. Mike trying to survive. Will, the star of the show, trying to figure out who he is. 11 and Hopper. It's great. You know, if you don't know it, like, Vecna's kidnapping all these kids. And then, I do want to say one thing, with the older folks, older teenagers. Robin is unbearable this season. She is just way too witty, way too over the top. Steve is doing great. Steve Harrington, one of those MFers need to die. I'm not gonna lie. Vecna is way too powerful. He's got all these Demogorgons coming out from the inside out. And I don't know how much time has changed between last season in the show to now. But now, like, Hawkins is all, like, quarantined with the military. And then, like you got the military upside down. And then you got, like burnt. Like, it seems like a lot has happened. And they've established that they're living in a quarantine era. But I can't wait. Next part of season 5 is coming out on Christmas. So, if you don't know, at the end of the 4th episode, spoilers, Will shows that he has telepathical powers. These Demogorgons, they were coming after his friends, but Will, I guess part of, I don't know, it's the Vecna in him, and now it's, and then you got something, then you got 11, and she finds out that 8's still alive, and if you don't know who 8 is, 8's one of the 11 children, or more, who were experimented on, and she's still alive. It wasn't really the best storyline, not everybody loved that storyline, but she's in the Hawkins lab, and, I don't know, Hopper is just a badass. I thought he was going to die, but he didn't. Joyce, we got, the Willers, Mike's parents, they got effed up by Demogorgon. They're in the hospital. So, no Argyle. Very upset. I liked Argyle. Eddie Munson, I guess he is dead. I thought he was going to come back as, like, the one true Vec. Because technically, like, he died in the Upside Down, so he should have, like, some, like, spiritual powers. Or, I don't know. Eddie Munson, great character. The guy who plays it, I don't remember his name. But, yeah, I don't really watch too much, like, it's funny. I joked about my girlfriend, We don't watch movies, or she definitely does not watch movies. She's not a movie girl. But she'll sit and watch, like, an hour and a half of, like, a cooking show. Or, like, an hour and a half of, like a Disney walkthrough. But she won't sit and watch, like, a movie. But she's cute. I love her. Get yourself a sexy redheaded girlfriend that can cook. And a lot more. But yeah, that's it, guys. I gotta get off. I gotta clean this house. Survivor Series, go watch it. We made our predictions. Yeah, I'm just really excited for tonight. Have people over, So, guys, that is the show. And I hear myself in the background. I'm gonna shut that off because I don't like my nasally voice. So, we'll be back tonight. We're gonna have a double dose of Brat. I can't wait. I don't know when it's gonna happen. Excuse me. Maybe if I make it till tonight. Jokes. Anyway, guys, that's it. Enjoy football tomorrow. We'll come back on for another Brat Said That episode 19 Tuesday. Tuesday sounds good. Tuesday will be December 2nd. So, guys, thank you so much. I had a great little quick show. It's probably like 50 minutes, 45 to 50 minutes. Talked about Survivor Series. Talked about AEW, UFC, big fight cards coming up. NFL Week 13, MLB, NBA, a little bit, not much of hockey, MLS, Stranger Things, Thanksgiving. Guys, remember, love yourself, love each other, and love sports. Goodbye.